All right, guys. I love Elon Musk. I think he's done a ton of great things. I have a lot of respect for the guy. However, recently he came out on the platform X, which is his platform, and said the following. Nothing would do more to improve the health, lifespan, and quality of life for Americans than making GLP inhibitors super low cost to the public. Nothing else is even close, end quote. So I want to talk about that. And I want to talk about specifically why I disagree with him, why I think it's bad advice for most people. And if I was looking to lose weight in 2025, which I do personally want to drop some weight, particularly fat mass, this is what I would avoid. And that thing that I would avoid is taking Ozempic, okay, or any of these class of drugs. Now, keep in mind, guys, uh, I'm a pharmacist. I see this every day. I see a lot of people on Ozempic, and there's more and more problems coming to the front that I don't think enough doctors and enough patients think about. I want to go over those. This is my 2 cents. Take it for what it's worth as a pharmacist who sees this every day. But there's some major problems people don't talk about with Ozempic. I personally believe, um, you know, a statement like this from Elon is going to cause more damage than it will helping people. So first of all, the number one issue that we're going to see with Ozempic is a decrease in metabolism. Okay. Basically, what you have with drugs like Ozempic is they're going to make you feel fuller. They mimic a hormone in the body, makes you feel full. It's going to slow down your digestion. Basically, the end result is you're going to take in fewer calories. And to people, that sounds like wonderful. I won't eat as much. I'll lose weight. And people do lose weight. But the problem with constantly consuming fewer and fewer calories is your body adapts to that and it slows your metabolism. Okay, now this leads to some other problems down the road. Number one, we also see a decrease in your muscle mass. Okay. This is not something you want to have happen. Decrease in fat mass, that's what we're after, not a decrease in muscle mass. This decrease in muscle mass is going to fuel a decrease in metabolism. It's also going to set you up for problems down the road as we age. Muscle mass is extremely important to looking and feeling younger. Okay. Basically, you're going to accelerate aging, for lack of a better term. You want muscle mass. You don't want to see your muscle mass go down. So that's the second problem. The third problem was, and this is something we knew early on in the healthcare field, is you will start people on Ozempic and these drugs at a lower dose, and over time you have to increase it. Well, what we find is that the longer people are on these meds, the more we have to increase the dose. And what happens is a lot of people call this a plateau in the healthcare field. You would call it resistance, but people end up basically becoming resistant to the dose of Ozempic that they are on. You could only increase it so much safely. I use that word kind of loosely, but at some point, people have to go off it. Now, we run into some other problems when people go off it, okay? Because when that happens, they've got already a decreased metabolism, they've lost some muscle mass, and then what we see, they go off it and their weight shoots up, okay? And in a lot of cases, the weight shoots up more than what it was when they started the drug. And now they have the problem of a decreased metabolism. Now we have to address that. So it's kind of this double whammy that we don't want to have, okay? Now, another issue, and these become more serious, and you're seeing more and more lawsuits for this fourth problem, which is stomach paralysis, okay? What a lot of people, paralysis, okay, Ozempic, the active ingredient in Ozempic was designed from the venom of the Gila monster, okay? That's not sarcasm where, it's, you have to think about that for a second. We take a poisonous lizard, we isolate the active ingredient, we give it to people to help them lose weight. But with stomach paralysis, you literally see the activity of the stomach, the muscles in the stomach begin to not work as well or work period. And people have some serious side effects from taking Ozempic. Um, and it's obviously your stomach stops working as well. So you're not moving things through the GI tract. You're not absorbing nutrients as well. Um, the makers of Ozempic knew this early on. It was a warning that it could potentially happen. But in my opinion, they downplayed it a lot and they said it should be temporary. Well, for a lot of people, it's not temporary. When they stop Ozempic, um, these things don't go away. Okay. So that's a risk that you have to be willing to take. The last one is there is some evidence. I'll include links to some of the studies in this, but you can go out and find them yourself as well. But there is evidence that we see a decrease in human heart cell size. Okay. Now, this is done in a lab. There's not, studies in live humans. That way it's been done in a lab, exposing human heart cells to the active ingredient, to semaglutide, which is, the generic name for Ozempic. But we are seeing evidence for this. So that's another issue. And this kind of rings back to this decrease in muscle mass. Your heart is a muscle. So something to think about. Like I said, I love Elon, super smart dude. And I know Ozempic has helped him lose weight. It's helped other celebrities lose weight. Losing weight is one thing. Most people want to lose fat. Okay, there's better ways to go about it. There's certainly healthier ways to go about it, but most people want a quick fix. They want something that's going to kind of do the job for them. Okay, I get that. That's human nature. Doesn't mean it's the right way to go about it. So, like I said, guys, if I wanted to lose fat in the next year, that's not the way I would do it. So, I talk about some of those other ways to do it much more safely, much more effectively. Go grab my free checklist. Link is in the description. I think that will help you much more than Ozempic ever would. So, speaking of helpful, I hope the video was, guys. See you in the next one.